So this one also wants cotangent. It says use identities. Oh, I forgot to mention that. That's how I knew the sign was positive. Anyways, I'm going to do this one the same way I did the last one. I'm going to write down the Pythagorean identity. Sine squared plus cosine squared of theta is 1. And I'm going to plug in. What this does, this enables me to get cosine. If I have sine and cosine, it's really easy to get tangent. If I square this, I'll have 4 times 2, which is 8, over 3 squared, which is 9. So 8/9 plus cosine squared of theta is 1. I'm going to subtract 8/9. So the cosine squared of theta is now 1/9, which means that the cosine of theta is 1 over 3. Now again, tangent, they want cotangent. The cotangent of an angle is cosine of an angle divided by the sine of an angle. And we have them both. We know that cosine is 1 over 3. We know that sine is 2 root 2 over 3. I know this just blows kids' minds, but these things disappear. And I'm sitting at 1 over 2 root 2. I'm going to multiply top and bottom by root 2. That'll give me root 2 over 4. That's what cotangent is, root 2 over 4. All right, a surveyor is measuring the distance across a small lake. He has set up his transit on one side of the lake, 150 feet from a piling that is directly across from a pier on the other side of the lake. From his transit, the angle between the piling and the pier is 30 degrees. What is the distance between the piling and the pier to the nearest foot? Wow, it's a wall of text. So we have a transit here. This is surveying, and it's 150 feet from what they call a piling. Let's call that PI. And that piling is directly across from a pier. Then we have this imaginary third side, which I'll just draw in, hypotenuse. The angle between the piling and the pier is 30 degrees from his transit. So here's 30 degrees. They want the distance between the piling and the pier to the nearest foot. They want this. I personally would go off the side and I would do some 30, 60, 90 theorem. That's what I would do. By the way, this has to be 60 degrees. So this would have to be 150 over root 3. Now, if you don't like that, what you can do is you can also do some SOHCAHTOA, opposite adjacent, or you do the tangent of 30 degrees is x over 150. So 150 tangents of 30 is x. And they're going to be the same answer. All right. Check my mode. Go to degrees. 150 tangents of 30, 86.6 feet, nearest foot. So it's about 87 foot. My 150 over root 3 is also about 87 foot. They must be playing with the intercoms today. A tree casts a shadow of 26 meters when the angle of elevation of the sun is 24 degrees. So we have a tree. It casts a shadow. There's a big sunshine somewhere up here, by the way. And there's an angle of elevation of 24 degrees. That would be an angle looking up with the ground. The shadow length is 26 meters, and I want to know the height of this tree. Well, what I see is I see the tangent ratio. I see opposite, and I see adjacent. So the tangent of 24 is this height over 26. 26 both sides. .57 nearest meter. It's about 12 meters. I got a few more minutes. The point on the terminal side of an angle is given. Find the exact value of the indicated trig functions. What? This is not too hard of a skill. You can use lots of different ways of doing it. I'm going to do it 2 ways. One, I'm going to draw a triangle. Back 5, up 7. Do a little Pythagorean theorem. That's 25, that's 49. This would be root 74. That was 5 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared, okay? And now if I want tangent, the tangent of an angle is opposite over adjacent, which is going to be, I don't know why I did all that, but it's going to be 7 over negative 5, which is negative 7/5. Or I can just think about my little circle quizzes. Tangent is literally defined to be y over x. 7 over negative 5. Do you, okay? Whatever you choose to do, just do it right. Number 11, I'm not going to draw. If you think about your little circle quizzes here, the secant of an angle, well, actually I will need to find, I'll need to do a little work here, but the secant of an angle is defined to be r over x, where r squared is x squared plus y squared. So I'm going to take these numbers and find r. R squared is a 3 squared plus a 2 squared. That's going to give me 13. R squared is 13, so r is root 13. Give me a minute. So I got root 13 over negative 3, so negative root 13 over 3. Let me stop this video. I'll be right there. Let me stop this.